Hey guys, James here today and welcome to a speed build that is dedicated to Chrilliful Sims 3. Now, in case you don't know, he was recently in hospital because he had issues with his lungs and he wasn't doing so well. He's back home now, he's doing better, so that's all good. He's getting better, he's on the rise. But anyways, this house is dedicated to him because he's a friend of mine and I just want him to be better. So, I don't know, I thought this was a nice thing to do, so we did. Now this house is going to be featuring a curved roof, which you'll be able to see me here at the very beginning, messing around with it for days. It takes forever to do. I did a tutorial on curved roofs recently, in case you don't know. So you can check that out, Sims 3 101 Curved Roofs. I'm also just messing around with the shape right now. You'll see how the house develops over time as we get into it. We have plenty of time to chat right now, though. The video is 33 minutes long, as I'm sure you're aware, so sit tight, get a cup of coffee, and enjoy the video. You can see right here just how tedious curved roofs really are. It's a constant battle of building walls, leveling them out, and building them again, and doing it over and 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 over again until you eventually get a nice curved roof. But it does turn out really nice in the end, I think. This house was inspired by a episode of Grand Designs, in case you've ever heard of it or seen it. It's a brilliant show, by the way. Basically, I'll just describe it because we've got so much time, I might as well describe some things to you. It is a show that follows couples, well, not just couples, just people who want to build basically the house of their dreams. So they build some awesome houses, they do up some old buildings and make them look sweet. It basically just make awesome houses, really. And it's just a really great show for inspiration if you're ever looking for it. This was, I don't actually remember when this episode was. It would have been a couple of years ago I actually watched it, so I don't know when it was or anything. They were doing up a boathouse. It was a boathouse along the water, and it was just a really nice sort of curved roof building, and they made the interior look really cool. So I kind of got the idea for doing a curved roof kind of, because this house is just rectangular. If you look at it, it's basically rectangular. It's just a curved roof on top of it to make it interesting. And I think it looks awesome, to be honest. And I redo the roof, actually, by the way. so, so all of the stuff you're seeing right now is kind of pointless, and I probably could have cut it out, but we're going to enjoy it anyways, just so you can see all the heartache that I went through to make this house. But yeah, so I was inspired by that episode. I don't know, they just made it look really cool. And when I was thinking of what I could build next for this channel, I wanted it to be, because I wanted to do a grand house. Like, because lately I've been doing the smaller houses, like I've said to you guys. So the smaller ones that are much more livable and playable. But I love doing the crazy far out houses with far-fetched designs that you just don't see like in The Sims or in real life that much. It's just a lot of fun to do, and I miss doing the big houses. So that's what this is basically. It's a big house, far-fetched, like big sort of design to it. I don't know. Just a cool idea, and it's just all around pretty freaking sweet. And you can see the problem here. Because I built the thing on top of the roof after doing the curve, I wasn't able to I wasn't able to get the curve back in the roof. It was not possible without redoing the whole roof, unfortunately. So that's what I ended up doing soon. I'll give up on doing this and we'll redo the roof. Now keep in mind, this video is going at 8 times speed. So what's that? That's 4 hours this house took to build then, around about. Which is actually not too bad. But I spread it out over the space of like a week, possibly more actually. Basically, since the day I did the tutorial on the curved roofs is when I started it. I don't know when that was. But since then, and see, I tried to fix it by doing a wall here. It did not work because the lower level is completely messed. And let me tell you, I was not happy with this house. It was really getting on my nerves, but I eventually persevered and pushed through and got it done. It's just curved roofs are bloody annoyance. But we got there in the end. I'm not really sure what else to talk about at this point. I guess we can just ramble on. There was something I had in mind that I wanted to talk about, but I can't remember what. Oh yeah, it was, I created a playlist on my channel recently. Actually, I created a bunch of playlists. I created a playlist for all my videos, so like, created a playlist for tutorials, like the current tutorials, and then I also created a playlist for all of our old tutorials. So that was tutorials between 2009 and 2011. And then the other one is the ones I've been doing recently. There's nothing wrong with the old ones. For the most part, they all still work just fine. It's just the quality isn't as good as the current ones. Well, at least I don't think it is. They're just not up to the standard of the current ones, in my professional opinion. So anyways, they're in a separate playlist. And I did the same thing with speed build videos. The current speed build videos like this one are in their own playlist, and then all the old ones from before I came back to this channel are in a separate playlist. Now all those ones don't have narration to them. They just have music, so that's why they're also separate. Oh god, look, the roof is going horribly wrong. And it's just a mess, so I had to redo it. And here we go. 5 minutes into the video, which is what, 5 times 8. I can't be bothered to do that in my head. Oh god, maths. I haven't done maths for like almost half a year now, so forgive me. I'm going to open up calculator right here and do it. You're probably all saying, oh, 5 times 8 is obvious. It's obviously 40. Derp. I should have known that, but I don't. So it was 40 minutes then at this point, or roundabout, a bit longer now. But yeah, so that's how long it took me to do this. And so, yeah, anyways, the whole point of that playlist story was that I created a playlist filled with videos from you guys, the community. At the moment, there's 7 videos in it. They're all, like, it's a building playlist. I'll probably create, like, a machine playlist or a Let's Play playlist later on. But at the moment, it's a playlist filled with building videos from relatively unknown simmers, basically. People in the community that I've found that create pretty cool videos that just don't get the views that they deserve. So I created that playlist so you guys can go check it out. And see what they're doing as well. Pretty much, they're all doing fantastic things, really. So yeah, check them out. It's just really interesting, like because I just go around YouTube, like I was like this was the other day. I was just going around YouTube looking for building videos by other people to see what everyone's up to. Obviously, not stealing ideas. Just I wanted to see what everyone else is doing because it's such a great inspiration to check out what the other people are doing and to see what they're doing. Because it's just another source that you can get ideas from and put it into your own work and do it your own way and how you like it. So I was going around YouTube doing that, and I was surprised at the number of people I found that have amazing building skills that just don't have the views that they could have, I suppose. But I suppose the other thing that I found with a lot of those, like a couple of the people that had amazing building videos, didn't actually talk in their videos, which I think is probably a large factor as well in just the fact of people sitting through a video. I suppose it's the personality behind the video that is what you also stay for. Because I know a lot of you guys don't sit here and watch my video. You just kind of put it on and listen to it in the background. That's perfectly fine too. And that's good because, I mean, otherwise I'd be doing this for no reason. I'd just be rambling on, be some random guy in his bedroom talking to his computer at 12:30 in the morning. But thankfully I'm not. Thankfully there's actually people out there that listen. So that's good. Thank you for that. I love you for that. But now the house is actually taking shape right now, which is great. I put on these little side parts of the house, like these little balconies on the side, just to give it more detail. Otherwise it was a bit bland. It just adds that sort of extra level of detail. And later on, I'm not sure how much later on, but I add another side section to the house, and I do a carport, well, a semi-carport, and all these fancy little things that kind of get added on over time because I realized the house needs more detail. It felt like it was really blank and it was lacking detail. So I kind of just, over time, added more and more detailing to the place. And I think that's really good. I love doing that. I love just when you build a house and then you come back to it and you just keep adding to it and adding to it. And by the time you're done, you have a product that you're really happy with and really proud with. So I guess that's another good tip to note down. If you're building a house, you don't have to do it all in one go. I mean, that might sound obvious, but it is actually really helpful to build part of the house and come back maybe the next day or next couple of days and just add more to it and slowly do it over time. It doesn't have to be fast. It doesn't have to be rushed. I mean, there's no reason to do it fast unless you have a fantastic, brilliant, groundbreaking idea that you want to share with the world. Then by all means, build it as fast as you can. But I found that personally really helps me, just leaving it for a day or two and coming back to it and then adding more into it, because you often see things that you didn't see before. You have another idea that you came up with over the couple of days that you were gone and away from the building, and it's just really, really helpful. But yeah, anyways, so I think that's a very useful tip in my opinion. Anyway, so like that's what I like to do. Just because as well, like if I sat here and built this house literally for 4 hours straight, let me tell you, I would be bored out of my mind. I love building houses, I love doing all that kind of stuff, but doing it for 4 hours straight is really hard because building takes a lot of inspiration. It requires a lot from you to be able to do it, basically. It's something that takes mental power to think of ideas and think of ways to present your work, and it's just something that requires quite a lot of you. It's not something that you really think about, I guess, if you're just watching this video or you don't really build, but it does require a lot. And sitting down for a 4-hour session to start and finish a complete house is not something that's easy. And I mean, don't get me wrong, I've done it before and it can be done. Like, it's just that after what 13 years of playing The Sims for me, that's not something I can do anymore. I can't just sit down for 4 hours straight and start to finish build a house. It's not possible for me, anyways. So right now you can see I'm building the front of the house, like the entrance and the carport on the left. I kind of added these trellises in. I'm a big fan of trellises lately. You all know that. You probably all hate it too, but I love it. So I'm adding them into pretty much every house right now. But yeah, so I was just kind of doing all these little detailing features, the trellis, the kind of half walls on top of those sort of supporting walls there as well. I thought that looked nice. I love these really big tiles as well. I love big tiles, especially like in real life when you see a nice, really clean, sort of expensive looking big tile and it's all shiny and beautiful. It just looks amazing. I don't know. I love big tiles. And this is the driveway, as you can probably tell. I don't know why, but I cut this part out of the driveway, but I never actually put anything there. So I don't know why I did that. Anyways, here's where I build this sort of side part of the house, which is going to become like the living area, like well, yeah, it is a living area, but it's going to have like the TV and a pool table as well for a bit of fun. And it opens out to the pool area, which will be just behind it, which is pretty cool. So I do another little curved roof here, and I connect it, well, air quote, connect it to the rest of the house. Because there's no way I could connect it without it messing up a large portion of the house. So it's not really connected, but it's semi-connected. And it looks fine, I think, anyways. I think it worked pretty well. I had to do another I was looking at the house when I was done with the carport and the entrance, and I was thinking I have to do something else because this isn't enough. I didn't think it was enough to call the house like this is the house. I felt I definitely had to do more to it to be able to for me to be able to call it finished, really. So anyway, that's what I'm doing now, adding on this little section here. I'm glad I did as well, because otherwise I don't think I would have had that much space inside the house, because the main house, if you can kind of see it in the background, isn't very big. Because the rooms are all the rooms are massive. That's the thing. There's just a lot of space taken up by nothing, basically. So that's why the rooms are all kind of big and take up space and all that. And I'm just going to talk about the color I'm using here as well. The red and the wood. I know some people don't like the red, but I mean, you can just seriously, you can change it if you don't like it when you download it. If you download it, that is. But I don't know. I love the red color, and that was something that I remembered from the Grand Designs episode. Was they had this bright, bold red color, and I loved it. And I love the look of it on this house. I personally really like the look of the red on this house, and I think it looks freaking awesome. So I kept it in here and I used it as an accent color everywhere. And as this house is called Chrilliful, that's right, you can use your beautiful juicy brains to figure out what that means, or what that pun means, really. But anyways, yeah, as the house is called Chrilliful, I used, on the inside, I used a base of white, basically. So the floor was white, the walls are all white, but then I added color with accents and objects, and I think that worked really well. You'll see it come up later on, obviously, as I continue into the interior later on. But yeah, I think the pool area is pretty awesome, actually. Like the trellis above it creates really awesome shadows, and I think it looks really cool. At the end, you'll see all the screenshots when it's all obviously taken nicely, and you can see my vision, how it turns out. As you can see, I added a lot of like little details around the house. I think adding details just looks awesome. I mean, without details, just like if I took away all these trellises and everything, I just don't think it would be the same house. I don't think it would be as good, to be honest. But that's just my opinion, of course. I like what I like, and you like what you like, so I'll leave it at that. I think we're kind of approaching the end of the exterior building work. Oh, not. No. We're continuing on. Because I did spend a lot of time building this house. We're almost halfway through the video, and I'm still building. Which I suppose I do often spend a long time building, but the last couple of houses, I haven't really done all that much building work. I suppose the last couple of houses were a long time ago as well, actually. And this one took a long time to build as well, just because of the sheer kind of size of it and the complexity of doing the roof and and everything kind of revolving around that. And I changed the wood color here on the outside because I thought it was a bit pale. And I changed the roof color as well to a darker wood. I don't know, I thought it just looked a lot nicer and a lot warmer, I suppose, to change the color to a bit of a darker wood. And this is odd, I don't normally do this, but I am doing all the terrain painting now. Like all the kind of landscaping terrain painting now. I don't know why I did, I just kind of felt like it. I didn't really feel like doing the interior at this point in time, so I kind of just did the outside and kind of polished it off a bit. I don't actually do plants or anything till the very end. Or near the very end anyways. That doesn't stay wood in the end. This is where, yeah, the floor plan. This actually took me a while to work out. And I guess you'll see that here. Because it's an odd space, because I have that open balcony area up the top. I had to design around that, so you could see down openings, so I didn't have any rooms going over it. And I had to design around that. And then I thought, because I got bored of doing doing the freaking the interior design, I couldn't be bothered with it anymore. I came over here and I was like, let's do some pool windows and do an underground pool part. And then I didn't like the idea because I didn't think it fit in with the house at all, so I got it out. Oh, there was a big cut there when I started recording at a different time. Yeah, see, I got rid of it, and I was like, nah. I tried those windows, and nah, it didn't work, so I got rid of it in the end. No, not for me. Not at all. And here we are again, messing around with the freaking layout. The upstairs layout doesn't change because it can't. If I were to change it, I'd have to redo the whole roof, so I kind of left it how it was. I was kind of upset that it only had 2 bedrooms, and I wasn't actually able to get an ensuite, so that kind of sucked. But yeah, anyway, so I'm kind of messing around with the downstairs layout. I think it ends up pretty well. I like how it works in the end. Yeah, no, I do like how it turns out. It's pretty good. So yeah, I don't really. Oh, the stairs, the Chronicle of the Stairs. I didn't know where to put them. That was another issue because I had that nice balcony, and you don't want to cover up the floor space, but you don't need to put them anywhere. And then putting the stairs there had forced me to change the layout and all that stuff. I put in glass stairs later on actually, and I don't know if I like them. I mean I left them in for the final house, but I don't know because the stairs look invisible. They don't like you can see them there, but later on, oh there they go. See, they've disappeared. Now you can't see them. When you have the wall there, you can't freaking see the stairs. They're just not there. I don't know. And yeah, I put this glass wall here for the stairs because I was trying to put railings on it. None of it looked okay, so I did that. I think I did it right. I don't know if I'm too happy with the interior door choices, just because I did 2 different types of interior doors. I had 2. I like the doors because I put some sort of glass. Well, it has a strip of glass for the bedroom doors. And then there's like solid doors for the bathrooms, as for obvious reasons, so you don't just walk by and look in the window and be like, oh my god, they're going to the toilet. Yeah, so here are some big tiles again. Oh my god, I spent a long time choosing them. You can see how many colors I'm just going through and patterns and changing them and fiddling around. I think that might be... No, I think I changed them later. Yeah, oh no, right now. I don't know, I'm going all over the place with the tiles. I don't know, I love big tiles, but I find it really, really hard to get a nice looking tile in Sims 3. Like, I don't know. See, the problem with the tiles, I think, is you can see the pattern. Like, look at the pattern. You can see how much it repeats. It needs to do some sort of alterations, at least some rotations or something with them. And these things here, actually, that I'm placing right now, you might be wondering, they're reflective floors. They're actually a mod. They're basically rugs, and you change the color underneath the reflective part, which is pretty cool. I was going to use them, but I couldn't get the look I wanted, so I forgot about it and left it out. And also, because that would just require another custom item you have to have, which I forgot to mention. In the roof, I've got those glass ceiling tiles. Those are custom items. I'll link them in the description below. You don't have to have them. They're technically hot tubs. That's how they work. They used a hot tub sort of game code to cut away the floor, and then they put like the transparent texture on it. So you can see through, and you can also walk on them too, which is really cool. Because they're like, I think they're in the rug section, maybe? Yeah, I think they're in the rug section. So you can walk on them, but you can also see through them. They're really well done. So up the top of the house, they are included, well, they're not included in the house, but they are there. If you don't have them, the house should still work fine. I don't know what it will replace it with, probably some really weird item that might not be too good. Anyways, right now you can see I put a stage just in the house. I used stages in a couple places inside because I thought it created a few more levels. I wasn't able to do full-on split leveling because if I did, Again, it would mess up the entire roof. You really have to do your interior designing before you do curved roofs. Keep that in mind. I know I'm keeping that in mind for future. You really have to do all of the interior first before you go ahead and do the curved roof, because they become a nightmare when you want to change it later. But here we go. Here, I think I'm nearing completion on the interior design, the final interior design here. You can see I have a nice little raised up section there in the center, and a raised up section for the kitchen as well. I think that kind of just helps define the sections of the house as well. You can see me putting in the doors here, and that was another cut. There's a lot of cuts where I just like come back to recording another day, or like later on the day. So that's in all of my videos if you haven't noticed them, and all the speed builds, because they're never done in one take. It's impossible. But anyway, now we're working on the kitchen, and this is where I started doing all the colors, because I wasn't sure how I wanted to do the interior. And I thought doing some wacky far out colors might be fun, because it will really sort of tie in with the bold red outside. So basically the color scheme inside is orange and lime, which seems odd, but I think it actually looks really nice together and it works pretty well. I mean, again, if you really hate it, you can just change it. It's not the end of the world. I don't know. If you hate that house that much, why are you watching this video? Go away. No, I'm kidding. I love you. I don't know what I'm saying. Don't worry. I don't know why I put that sink in the kitchen, actually. I meant to put the other sink. I noticed it later on when I was doing the bathroom that I put that sink there, but I never changed it, so whatever. This is where I introduced the other color nearly, because the little potted plants you can see have the orange pots at the moment, but I thought having everything orange isn't going to work, so that's when I go ahead and change it. Well, in a minute you'll see me change it, because I think it all becomes way too orange. If everything was orange, it would be absolutely awful, basically. But all the sort of, like, there's a lot of pretty much all the main furniture items are like have the orange color to them. So that's kind of the main theme throughout the house. So you have all the white walls and a sort of light flooring, and then you have the bold sort of orange color, and there's also lime green walls coming up very shortly. I think I do that in just a moment when I change the color of the column to sort of be a feature wall, more or less. Oh, I do the pot first. Okay, so I do the pot first, and those little lights, which I thought looked nice actually on the table, and the different colored lights, and then come the walls. So you can see they're a nice lime color. I really like that color. I think it goes really nice with the orange, and it contrasts really nice with the red exterior as well. Like the orange is a nice intermediate color from red to orange, and then from orange to the lime. I think it works really well together. But if you don't, whatever. I mean, it's not supposed to be like your regular run-of-the-mill house, obviously, because it's a giant curved house, and it's all over the place, far out, crazy, wacky. It's supposed to be a bit of fun, supposed to have a bit of color, supposed to have a bit of pizzazz. So that was kind of my idea behind this house anyways. Look at that table. Those colors were horrible at the beginning of it. I'm just trying to think of where I'm up to now, because I did most of this today. Oh, okay, then I have a green bathroom, because I was going to have it orange, but then I thought having those orange counters right next to the orange kitchen, again, it was too much orange. That's why I introduced a second color, so we can get the green in there as well, or the lime, technically. Well, at least I call it lime. I don't know. You call it whatever you want. So, and then I think, yeah, I had that potted plant orange as well, because if it was green, again, it would be way too much green and way too much orange. It's about balancing the colors in this house, basically. I think I could have done a little less orange later on, because I think the living areas have a bit too much orange, because it's just all the sofas are orange. I use all these little carpet runners. I don't know. I thought it looked cool. Have it as like they kind of look like little pathways. Oh, and this section here that I'm doing now, because it's raised up and it's a really weird space. It's raised up and it's a direct walk through to get to the other side of the house. So I spent a lot of time playing around with the design here. You can see. So I did a sofa there at first. That does look pretty nice, and I did one over there, and I was like, what the hell am I doing? What the hell is this? What is this space even doing? I don't know what this space is. I don't figure that out yet. I discussed that with myself later, and I'm like, what am I doing? This is stupid. Let's change it. I'm still trying to play with the idea right now of doing like just a seating area. But you can see there, it's a big walk-through section, and it doesn't make any sense. And I'm like, what if we put a TV there? We can't put the sofa in the middle because it's right in the way, and we can't put it too close because it's too close. And then we can't put it over the other side of the room because it's too far away, and it all became a mess, this section. Eventually it gets sorted out, becomes kind of like a little reading area, and I think it definitely works out in the end. I'm happy with it anyways. So here we go, we're changing it back again. I think this is where we change it to the final design that we land upon. We have some orange little sofas, make it a bit brighter so it's not too bold. And a nice little end table that goes in the middle. With a nice little green potted plant. And that sofa there. So it's kind of a little sitting area, kind of a little meeting area where you have a chill out session. On the other side, I think this is pretty cool. It's kind of just like a trophy wall. Well, not a trophy wall, like a display wall. It's just there to look nice and take, because there's nothing else you could put there really. There's not enough space. I mean, if you really wanted, of course you could put things there. I don't know, painting easels, piano, guitar, random stuff, you know, whatever. And this room is like the entertaining room. It's like pool table, and it's got the TV in it. It has a TV section. I think the TV section actually turns out pretty cool. I do something a little different with it anyway, you'll see. Because right now it looks bland and pointless and a bit boring. So I try experimenting with it. That didn't work, which I've done right now. I've found those little end tables. You can't put freaking anything on them. Like, there's 1 or 2 items you can put on those end tables, but then there's nothing else. I don't know. It's weird. Anyway, so then I do a little stage, put the TV on it, then I put a wall and make it the back of it black and dark wood, and I don't know, it just looks kind of fancy, and it's there to stand out, definitely. And I put a coffee table underneath that, and just put a little games console on it. I thought it was a pretty cool idea. It's a nice little sort of bold section that stands out as well as a TV area. So I think that worked pretty well. And that room there I'm doing now is so awkward. It was just leftover space. So I kind of just turned it into a dodgy ass study, but I mean, make it whatever you want, really. So then we do where are we going? Upstairs. This bedroom. I really like this bedroom. I think it looks really cool. You'll see a picture of it at the end. I don't know. I've never done anything like it before. So the bed's going to be on a raised little platform, which just makes it more important and more prevalent to all of those in the room. And then it has that kind of designer high-tech bed. And I do a strip of lights up the top, and I get in some end tables and get some mirrors, and I put a picture in between the mirrors. I'm spoiling it for you, but here we go. That picture there, it sits in between the mirrors perfectly, and I think it looks awesome. I don't know, it's just so freaking, I don't know, it kind of gives it like an industrial feel, which I think really suits this building, because this building, I think I said before, is based off like a boathouse style of renovation, and it's definitely an industrial kind of feeling to it. So I put in those big columns there, and I shove a TV in it, so you can watch TV in bed, and you have a freaking beautiful room with a giant ass ceiling. Like, the ceiling is so high up. Imagine the sense of space you'd get in that room just from the ceiling. I mean, if I could, I would definitely put a second, like a mezzanine level above them, but because it's only one level, you can't do that, which is kind of a shame. I mean, if I do a house like this again where it has a freaking high roof, like curved roof, I'll definitely pre-plan for like mezzanines in bedrooms and stuff, because it's entirely possible. It definitely is. I just didn't plan for it, so I wasn't able to do it with the house I had designed, unfortunately. But I have learned for future references. This was definitely a learning experience, well, a relearning experience, I'll say, because I used to do a lot of curved roof houses back in The Sims 2, but not so much in The Sims 3. This is pretty much the first curved roof house I've done in The Sims 3. In all, 4 years it's been out, I haven't done one. I don't know why, to be honest. There's no particular reason. I just haven't done it. In The Sims 2, I did it all the time. I think it was definitely easier in The Sims 2 to do it. Yeah. So this is the first curved roof house I've done. It's a relearning experience. I've learned some techniques and some things I have to pre-plan before building and all that kind of stuff. So now we're just kind of finishing up the final touches on the house. We just did the gardening there, as you could see. Doing the pool area, then we do all the outside areas. We do like the barbecue area, and we do outside lighting. So it looks freaking sweet at nighttime when the lights go down and the sun comes out. I think that's the words of the song. I think that's a song by, what's it called? Is it by The Wanted? I think it's a song by The Wanted. I don't know. I don't know why I remember that line. That was weird. I haven't heard that song in forever. Alright, so yeah, I think those lights that I put around on all the fences actually look really nice. And I really love this sort of outdoor dining area. It looks really, like, I would definitely use it. It's got a really super awesome barbecue area right there, and a sexy little table here. And I think it looks really good in the end. It suits really nicely. That's why I put the giant balcony up here in the first place when I was doing the house. It was so you could have a nice outdoor entertaining area. I mean, you could even put like a stereo out there. You could, I don't know, you could move the barbecue a bit or something and put in like maybe a dance floor or like some strobe lighting or something like fun. Oh, here we go in the pictures. Oh, I didn't do any transitions in the pictures. Oh well, you don't need transitions. So here's the front. It looks, I think I'm really happy with it. I really like the look of it. It's wonderful. There is the skylight that looks straight down into the kitchen and the sort of walking at the top. Here's the back. That looks beautiful. I'm just really happy with how this turned out. And there's the dining area out the back that looks very nice, sitting up there. And oh, that picture is nice. So I haven't seen these pictures in a couple of hours, so it's looking good. That's an alright picture. That's not my best picture taking right there. Inside, God, that's bright. And the roof lighting is a bit glitched. Like you'll see on the ceiling in some of these, the roof is like black. I don't know why the Sims 3 does that. It shouldn't be, but it is. Oh, another pool picture. That looks nice, actually. I should be like telling you about these, and I'm just like experiencing them too. I really like this section here where you can see down from the upper, I think the upper walking areas, and there's the kitchen you can see down into as well. You look over into the kitchen and dining area. Here's a view from the bottom up to the skylight and the roof you can see. Here's a little green bathroom, the downstairs bathroom right here. There's no blinds, so you might want to add those in actually. I just noticed. Sorry. A little upstairs seating area, a nice high roof. This is a secondary bedroom right there. It's not too special, but the main bedroom is where it's happening. I love that. It looks beautiful. It looks even better at night time when you have all the beautiful lighting happening in there. And another shot of the bedroom from the other angle, we can see the TV. And then we're coming in 3 final shots outside at nighttime around the front. And I think then we're going around the back. There's the back dining area. And one final screenshot after this. But anyways, guys, I am James. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to send Krill Sims 3 your love.